Hello, 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 everyone. Everyone in here. Hello. So, apologies for a little bit late. I was out, so it took some time for me to come back. But I thought I will do the feedback session for you guys. So, yeah, so I will go through the Discord and everything. Okay. So let's just start with the things. So here, can you hear? Here's our academy page where you find everything you need to know about what's happening. Here's our Discord server which you can join. If you need anything, need to ask me anything, you can ask me here from this. And if you need portfolio review, you can sign up from this link also. And you can join our YouTube channel from here where you're watching this right now. And along with that, like if you want to support me, you can join the bootcamp here, which I will remove soon. And then we'll have mentorship, which is a one-on-one mentorship. You'll get session where we clear your doubt and build your path. So if you're stuck, reach out. I will help you unstuck. If you want to know, here are some reviews from some of the guys um, who have mentored or needed help, and I help them figure out the way. So I can definitely help you figure out a path if you're confused or frustrated. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. And then here's our YouTube channel. Do subscribe to it, watch some videos, and suggest what you would like to. And I put regularly post videos and comment. And I'm looking for people for art talks. So like if you are a junior or mid-level artist who are struggling in the industry or have some unique story to share or some pain points, especially from India, it doesn't matter, you can be from anywhere and you can join it. You can be anonymous, you can be show your face. So watch these art talks like we have. I really enjoyed this one. So you can watch some of the videos. So this one is my favorite. It was really fun after a long time. And then yeah, just go through. There are a bunch of, and then there are this live section. We have live regularly every week, so you can watch some of the live and while working in the environment, and some topics related to things here. Okay, so yeah, so just go through it. We have almost 150 videos now, so wonderful things. So let's get to the same. So here we have our feedback. Now we have only one, which is not good, but it's okay. If you can, I can see there are a bunch of updates here, so I will just look through them. So Rodrigo asked, I'm a little bit confused when it comes to solving the corner of the roof when one roof intercept another framing an L shape. So I'm just curious, how would you go about doing it? I could potentially just leave it to be. Most games do that, but I would like mine to look nice. So let's see. Okay, this one. So these ones definitely you need to match the mapping. And the second thing, we always, if you see on all the roofs, there will be something a connecting piece, a cover up piece will be there. Like even if it's a shingle roof, if I show um, uh, tiled roof. Right. So if we look at images, if it finds something, so here you see that there on the corner we have this piece on the corner here, okay, so which cover it up. Here you will see we on the top. You see it cover up all the corner, but inner piece you will still find something which will be there to cover that up as well. So let's look for a specific thing. For example, here you see here they have some trim which cover up that corner really well. So it depends on, like even here you see they place something to cover up that. So you can use the same trim even though on the single roof, like for example like this. So there's this is a gap, so you don't need to leave the gap, but you can place another strip here to just cover up the corner simply. Or it does not we look at some with the tile. It's better to look at with these. So there is, they have left the gap here, they have cropped, which is also possible, but again you don't have to. I will say you can, fill it with cement or some trim basically. You don't need to leave it like, see here, see there is this something is there which cover up that gap, because then water will just seep into this corner, so they just attach something to it. Again, it's not related to tile, we need to see something related to tile. This is another corner, and especially like you are planning to see this corner, no? So for most of the things we are seeing here is basically having gap there on top of that, but it's not important like there's a gap, there is something underneath it, so the water just go down. So you can place the same tile, rotated underneath it. I believe that will be fine for most cases, like here. So it's not mostly visible that prominently. Yeah, so like this, right? So there is a, it's placed opposite, and then this both of the corner are basically placed underneath it, so the water just don't go in there. So this can be placed upside down, in my opinion. So there are like multiple things you can do. Basically, you can just put cement or plaster to fill up the corner. You can place uh, strips like this in there to fill it, or you can place a sheet type of thing, or you can just place the tiles upside down. Do basically two C section in there, and then there is another one on top basically to cover that up. So I think that will be fine. Like you will see this, always they do something up to, but there will be extra something mesh. It will not be the textured. Okay, I hope that answer in there. So I don't know. This is like it's supposed to be wooden, or it look like wooden planks rather than tile. So you work on those lines, vertical lines. Horizontals are reading well, but vertical ones are not. And this line seems too obvious, so we can reduce this in our texture, even this line here. But overall, if it is this simple, then just put um, a mesh, basically a trim here, and just map it with plaster. So it will seems like there we have put the plaster in the corner to attach both, or cement basically. So anything, if you can be a little bit creative in there, you can again, if it's round, then it's possible to place it. But I would say just you can place another trim, same this tile, but in V shape, basically V shape mesh throughout here in this side, and you can keep the bevel in the center, so it will not look odd. So however you're going to cover up the top, or we can look at your concept also, how it is. Here seems like the round, basically the round the top. Or do we have, let's just quickly scroll up if we find something here. We don't see it much. Can you send me the name of this place? Where is it? It's a Royal Museum. Is it Royal Museum? Um, okay, good, good, good. So, hello, Cine. Hello, Rodrigo. Yeah, the shingles ones have been looking at don't seems to have the, but might have to do because the easiest. Can you send me the name of the place? Is it the Royal Museum, or like what is this? Text is not readable in these. Um, Send me the name. I will. We can look online. Okay. And abandoned railway station. Nice. Okay, so this is, what are these? Trees? Okay. So here are some modular pieces, good. And I'm actually having hard time getting this right. Have to duplicate this for so long, but till perspective is not merging. So overall, usually you don't have to match the perspective. right? Exactly, because it's concept art. It's not mandatory they have followed the 3D block out or perspective. You have to, duplicate it around. But if it's like paint, you can make larger piece basically, but like 2 meter piece or 4 meter. I don't know how large pieces there are. Even this seems like it's a huge piece, so it is fine. So even if you feel like it's a paint, you can create a spline, right? And then you can put it on spline also. So that will be fine too. Okay. So that will be much better option in my opinion. And all these lights and everything is good, you have added in the same set. Maybe they are not, maybe they are like separate meshes, so that will be fine. It's good overall. And surely it will be long enough, and then we have to break some variation also. And again, you can use procedural thing also, like PCG. You can simply duplicate it on the straight surface for like 10 times, 20 times, and you can add end piece and start piece also, like in Blender we have. So you can do that. Okay, so I will post the link to the video in here as well. So let me cover up, like it will give people motivation to watch this also. Okay, so yeah, overall good going, I would say. Yeah, just bring in the tileable texture and break it apart, add more details. Overall, it's coming along. Right? You can duplicate the same thing on the other side as well. Again, if you're lazy to do large changes, you either turn it into blueprint or PCG tool, which can just simply, help you make a longer one. And yeah, put tileable textures and more details and look at into it. And don't focus on small things, just focus on the large scale things like platform, this shed and everything. The props and everything, make them separate, and then we can place them as well later on. Oh, sure. As update from environment, still have things to work on, but I want to know your opinion on long lighting. While showing more focal point and connecting the eye to what. Yeah, good, good. Yeah, that's, I can see some depth now, which is good. Things are there. This is good. Like this lighting, like after rain, basically the puddles I will try to remove, but keep it gloomy. I would say gloomy morning, more warm will be good. Like because blue tone is already there. You can look at like Santorini images or the location images. Some look at some photography. You will get some idea for the lighting and the colors in there. Overall, I would still, there are so many things, but it still look 3D somehow, right? So we need to remove some of these obvious obvious things. We need to add variations in the different textures. I'm glad you added, but we can add some corner variations, like in this edge seems too sharp, so we can add bevel in there. Okay, and then we can definitely, what we need to work on textures and overall surface. But see, like for this, like this, these straight lines is obviously they add, remove that effect of, the 3D. Like if you add bevel and move the vertex here and there, okay, so that just remove that straightness. Like if I show you in Blender, let me, I'll quickly show it. The Blender start, and so if I take a cube, okay, and I bevel it, and let's bevel it here, shade smooth, and we add weighted normal. So I see we have bevel, but it's still straight. You can add one more segments if you want to. Right? Uh, but like if we want the variation, you add just some of that. You don't need to keep it here. You can contain it basically. You can add here, and then you can merge these along to do it. Basically the point is here, select this vertex and you move it. Okay, so move it along edge for now, right? And you can freely move it also. So what happens, you see this, it basically break that straightness in there. Yeah. So simply, yeah, that this is a nice way to basically get some organic variation. And from, even if you look from side, like if it feel like okay this will look straight, you can move the vertices basically. But outside, it's like these two also move them, so it's not straight, like this is the too obvious. But yeah, so this is not super straight. And from the corner, if you see like okay this is what, imagine we put corner decal and normal map detail on top of it, it's gonna look more okay, so like from this side is have this silhouette shapes. So this is what we have to incorporate in our things basically, most of them. And if you want to make it procedural, like it's still good, like you can keep your geometry low poly. And if I create another one only, so, and you can bevel in the shading, you say harden normal basically. And usually you imagine you subdivide it. Okay, and then you just displace it. I usually use it, and you can pick where you want it or not. And you have it basically, you got a little bit of it, and then you say okay, I don't want it this much, but slight variation. Okay, here. Okay, so you got it, and then after it we can add another one. So we get some variation, and if you want to control it, you can pick the vertex. And in the vertex you add a vertex group, and you assign and pick the vertices where you want to add or where you don't want. Imagine I don't want anywhere else, I remove it. And now if I pick in the vertex group this one, then only that edge will be affected. Okay. And from here it's normal, so you can you can make it bigger also. So see, and you can pick the angle also. Like imagine you just want it in one direction, you can pick. Okay, I only want it in y direction, so it will only affect in y direction. You can multiply, do it. So basically, it's like procedural. You can put this same setup on all of your meshes, and then try to increase the bevel. It's like too big. Maybe you say okay, five. Like it's not visible much. I will exaggerate it like to make it 8, and maybe I will add another segment so it don't look that obvious. And displacement, I keep on slightly increase it. Maybe I'll change the scale of it, so it is more shaky. So yeah, basically. And if you feel like okay this is too much, you can select the corner, and you can put uh, zero point 0.5 in here. It will impact half. Okay? So this is basically procedurally, or not procedurally also, non-destructively basically you can make variation in the mesh. But even if I want every or rest of them, everything have some, so you can have. And so at this point like having this thing, so you everything have it. Now if I select all these faces, select it, and I say extrude, and I select these faces, extrude, and I select these, and so it works basically throughout. It will keep working. And I have shown this box map multiple times already. So do box mapping, so you don't have to unwrap every time, so it will follow the rules of mapping basically. So you don't have to map it again and again. So once it's mapped, so when it will project the box mapping. So it's always good. You can have increase the fidelity without even applying the geometry or putting that much geometry. And if you feel okay, you don't want to add these segments, okay, I would say just put subdivision surface. Okay, so I will move it up. Okay, even before the bevel, and I will say simple, and just this simple just increase the segments basically in there, do nothing. Okay. And then you basically do the right now it's basically is too much because in there, but yeah, see, like you get some surface information also. So that is basically is good. Like for now it's too much. 0.15. See? So you get some mesh normal and some corner detail. So it's not really straight. You will see that fidelity in the models. Like this is so close up, this should have way more than that. This I would say like you can sculpt also. If you want to place your camera, this we can sculpt also. But for the starting, this is good enough. So even if you make an arch and just place it in there, again you don't need to do too much stuff. And there is a mesh circle. Where is it? If I find it, mesh circle. Yeah. And then uh, it's not extruding. Hmm. So I extrude this, and this is arch basically. And I select these and extrude also this side. I can just simply select link, uh, copy modifiers, and you want some undulation 0.05, and you have basically some variation. And if this thing is too big, you can make it smaller. So it's not really straight, right? You see that formation, and I would suggest these corners can be sculpted. So I will go to the point to add more, and then simply sculpt it. And this have became my favorite to have broken edge. Simply add broken edge. Simply. Okay. So from this angle, if this is here, imagine, right? And then this will happen. For now, it's like less poly count is there. You can add more subdivision and make more crisp these things, and then you can decimate and bring it in. Doesn't matter rest of the things, but we need more fidelity. What I mean to say, and Hossein said, on my side, I am working on edge damage decal for my corner in Unreal Engine. Yeah, Hossein, yeah, that is what's wonderful. Like, you can help here as well to Ashraf and do things, which is good. Love it overall. Just don't focus on lighting for now. Just focus on details, right? I love you added puddles and you're trying lighting scenarios, which is good. But overall, like I'm glad you added more depth in the scene. Okay. But we need to increase the fidelity now. Bevel more variation. So these the bevel you have, but when you will have damage and some variation, this straight lines will go away. Everywhere you have straight lines, will not have straight lines. Okay, so that will go. And the second, you can add decals. And overall, the blue color, I think the second thing is like a white color. You have these decals and everything, but overall white color is looks fully white. Like here you see white have some grunginess, but in general the color itself can have color variation. Like I can see some hint of small blue patches in this blue. Maybe it is from the dirt pass or maybe in the material, but we can see that in large level. Like this, see this these patches right here I can see, but here I'm not able to notice that much. Even in here it look fully white bottom top. So that color variation we need to show. Is there a displacement? Is it mesh? It seems too small, but it's okay. These are fine. I believe it could be less, but it's okay. But yeah, so like you can keep it dark, but it's too dark. But you can make it gloomy and more focus, and you can make the sky also more blue. It look desaturated for now. But yeah, it's good. Like we have to make it more alive. The color and theme is there. It's a really good location, and I can help you. Like we can jump on a call someone next time, so you can share the scene also. We can look at there also. So have that. I'm working on the arch. I think I'm going to sculpt them. But yeah, that would be wonderful. And Rodrigo Center is a Beanie House of Art and Knowledge. What? Nice. And can't it just directly open in there? Google Map. Okay, this is the one. Let's look satellite images. Hmm. Seems fine. It's not really HD. Same is this one. So in images, it's really beautiful. Like Rodrigo, cool stuff. But you can basically put the textures, like this is one stucco and this is like wooden one. Yeah, I believe you can start with this texturing. Like even this, these are the stone tiles. This corner you can make it separate, and then you can change the tint in these. See, if you have separate meshes, just put all the different tileable textures wherever possible. This we can make trims, but if you have already model, then we can think about just put tileable textures, but other things we can maintain. But is overall love it. We had don't they have any drone shot or something here? If they had, would have been nice. Mm, I don't think there will be some top. And I wish there would have been a drone shot of this place from outside. Let's see one thing in videos. If you find something, nope, I don't think so. But I wanted to see if we find top. Basically, that's what I wanted to. I don't think we have anything in general. A drone shot. It's okay. If you find Rodrigo, send me. We can see how. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then I know the pain. But yeah, like I was trying to see if we can see in the map in the satellite view if we can see how the roof is basically, right? So, so if it's like round tiles, then definitely like flipped tile cup will be fine, and if not, just blend it with something plaster or cement, that will be fine. Don't stress too much about it. And I think the opposite flipped cup will be the best, but depends on what type of tiles, roof tiles we have here in the end. Okay. Again, I wanted to inform that I'm working on the answer. I'm not getting enough time due to the office work. Around 30 minute day. Okay, great. Okay. And how much with my vacation? Nice. Welcome. Nice. Now we have some update. I am. So So this is good. What is this? Learning UV material layer blend system for the script. I would like to see the block out of the scene first. Like I want to see the whole scene block out with grayscale models, even a mountain in the back, even this plank, supporting plank is not here. Like I want to see everything. The scale seems off a bit if I look at this and compared to concept art. But before even jumping into detail, I want to see the blockout. That is the one thing I'm sure about. I love the details are there. When you say the it could be scale is could be the scale is huge, but if from the character scale we can get the idea how big thing is. And yeah, there is a tree which grow outwards, basically not upward. It's growing outwards, and there are branches are held by these planks. There's an ancient tree. I saw it. I think it's on Sketchfab also. I saw when I find it, I will send you the link in general. But overall, overall, everyone have a different workflows, right? I don't judge the thing, but overall, like it's a it doesn't matter how good tiles we have or roof we have, but when we don't have, if we want to make modular stuff, then we make the modular stuff and then we try to recreate the whole thing. Like we're definitely not going to make the whole mesh, but if we want to make the whole mesh, then we make it first. I remember like posting really detailed things here. Okay, but where are the rest of the things? I want to see all the models to this level with block out textures. Then we can discuss about other things. Like, see, this is modeled this much, and now we are discussing tiles, blending material. Now, where that work will go? This work will go waste if we use the tile texture. But if we want to add more fidelities, vertex blending is the thing. But we don't need to. We didn't need to model this that much. We didn't have to. So that is basically this time will go to waste. That's why I'm pushing a lot, like block out, finish the block out, make the list, amount of assets, which other assets you're gonna place it on other side and other places, finish the block out. That will give you a clarity, like what all the things you need. We can add more details, we can add more props details, more textures, more interesting features later on. But block out first, on this level of block out, the whole scene. I want to see the mountains in the grayscale formation on the back. Okay. And then detailed. I know you have detailed mesh, so the detailed mesh should be everywhere except the roof tiles and everything. If those are texture, and we can use simply plain with textures simply. I see here. So we can use this as on the plane as a texture, so we know how much detail we need. And technically you can just put more subdivision and put displacement map on those tiles and get the high poly. You don't have to model everything. And even these columns and everything have these wooden textures, right? Simply you can put the same displacement map, skirt a bit more of it. Maybe these are the column where the trees stands, right? For now the tree is not standing on top of it. we have to clear that up. Mhm. That can change. I know it's a very big thing, but overall, if we're gonna run around all the things, then we model all the details. If we are just focusing on the camera or the scene of it, let's not model this much in this much detail. Focus on the foreground and the tree and this detail. This could be one single mesh with tileable textures, and we putting this much time and efforts on small details which might not be visible. Okay, this could be we later on decide, okay, we are not making it running, so this adding this frame and modeling it is does not make sense. It makes sense to model it, but I would say like it would be a huge waste of time when we have to scrape it off. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Finish off the blockout on the blockout stage, increase the fidelity of the blockout, put basic tileable textures, then add you know improve the tileable texture, or you can introduce blending at that point, but you don't need to. uh, but then we go one by one and polish things. So first let me know if you are going to make it explorable, that are going to increase the potential of this and time frame of this way more. If you are focusing on simple camera animation like camera panning or camera tilting from this corner to this corner, still I would say like achievable. But again, won't stop you. You might have time and energy and everything to achieve more. Go ahead, but be aware of it. Okay. So if you focus on it, you don't need to make like the doors are not even visible. Okay. So if those are visible, you can just simply make simple mesh and trims, just cover it up. Okay. And whatever is visible, we're gonna work on it. Yeah. So I can see there is some dragon sculpture type of thing on top of the pillars. Add that slightly details in there. So that's what we need more than this. There is this structure also in our like here something. Okay. So overall it look huge, but it's not blending. So blockout also will help you where we need thing. Okay. So let me post the link again. Again, I'm saying not to demotivate. I'm always here. Okay. Poem. So copy. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I'm emphasis so much on uh, good. No, Edward, what is this, Edward? Come on, art test. You got art test. Share it. Send me a DM. I'm interested now. Send me what it is, Edward. Again, guys, if you ever gave art test for any studio, send me a DM with the document of the art test, name of the company. I collect art tests. If you need any help, don't do it alone. Don't suffer alone. Reach out. I will help you achieve it. And never understood this thing on that side. And as when I was working in the industry, people always ask from me for feedback and suggestion or even sometimes support if you can do some part of the art test. So we did it, and many were successful, many were not. So let's increase the chances. Okay, so share if you ever gave art test for any company, send it to me. Okay, send it to me in my DM. Okay, so if you don't want to, I will keep it in a folder. And if you have finished it, worked on the file, send me the files also. Okay, so next time you get art test, you don't not sure about something, reach out. I'm here. Let's do this. Okay, awesome stuff. Okay, working on these details. This, if you are going for exactly, these are not exactly. So look at the how it is. Okay, either model it or sculpt it. I would say like the modeling is good with splines and everything, but see how you can do. Okay, so I believe modeling is good. Okay, so or the very quick one, what you can do, you can cut this, take this image, you know, and make it straight and map it on top of your pillar. I don't know if you are making it exact or not, but you see in the reference, I can see it is matching to the corner. Our it not, and the seams thinner also. Our seams bigger. In as on the tiles, there are like these flowery patterns, clearly visible. Need those. You can't run away now. You have shown me all these things. So you see there is this trim going on around, right? And that also have different pattern. I want to see that. Yeah. So yeah, we do that, and we'll see. So if you're not sure how to, I can. I can help you. Let me know. It's sitting on top. Yes. Okay. So overall, the scale and everything we need to match. You have model and everything. Don't add details, but just fix these things in there. The something which you feel could be modeled, model it. If you feel it could be textured, you can just texture it. Okay. Just slowly. Just focus on pillars. If you feel like okay, I don't know how you're not sure, just focus on this pillar. Forget about everything else. Next time, just focus on the floor. Just try to get this floor right. Okay? Nothing else. Just make these tiles. First, make them look good. Then add those detail. Maybe like this separation. This become more. Just post the screenshot of those if that interests you. Okay. Then we will just focus on the wall. Try to make look and feel and everything. Okay. So that like that one by one we can polish everything. But first, like now you have a lot of stuff in there, but block like don't leave it black. Put the same thing behind the same wall piece. If it's modular, wonderful. If it's not, let's make it. And if you don't want to, that's also fine. But put something behind it also. Okay, maybe just duplicate the same room, put it on the other side, and we assume there is same room on the other side. Okay, just improve the fidelity of it. It somehow looks still locally. Just again put the modifier, bevel modifier, export it. That will look much better than sharp corners. And we'll add those damages and everything later on, definitely. Okay, so we'll go one by one. So you will make this trim block, make a separate texture for it. Make this railing, we'll make a separate texture set for it. Maybe there will be like hundreds of different texture sets, but it's totally fine. But we will work in details and try to improve the fidelity of everything. Okay. So yeah, so just the two things I want you to focus on, just the floor textures and these pillars. Focus on them. Try to match them exact. Don't leave half done job. Okay. Overall, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Vadim. I know Vadim have Vadim stuff. Nice. What we can do here is basically the material definitions. Is for now everything look same, matte feeling and look is there. What we can do, we can improve it. Some roughness variation will be nice. Right? That this is concrete, this is metal. So that clear definition we can bring in. Okay. And these are this is pipe. Okay, so the pipe have different definition. The wire, the plastic might be shiny a little bit. Okay, this paint also might be shiny, so that we can improve overall. Love or the details you overall have, but yeah, we have to. I don't know the floor if they make it colored. Is it a blue for reason where the blue is coming from? I don't know. Is it intentionally colored like that? So yes, just good stuff. Okay. So I won't call it done. It's not finished, but work on materials like base material. If you are blending those together in there, just work on that. So I'm done of the embed. Finally, Milan stuff. Uh, nice. Yeah, the trims. Good stuff. Hmm. Is it only five? Then let's work on lighting a bit and see how it react to the things. Overall, I feel it still is dark, and we have light as sources, but it seems off. Like this one is casting shadow to it. So usually light have attenuation or basically it die off basically. There is someone recently made a tool like called PBL, physical based lighting. So I was reading his article. He made this tool also. So he discussed talked about this lighting a lot. You know? So basically, lights basically die down in the distance. So there is attenuation or radius will be there. There is distance will be there. So use that, and so some area light type of thing you can use, which will put soft light everywhere, and then we can work on material and everything. We'll see if we need to do and put post process volume and to control the exposure and everything. Just put it there and let's try. Right. So all these darker areas will get darker, and AO will pop up. I don't know if there is a you know global illumination and everything is on. You're using lumen, right? Let's see if okay, real no, it's in real time. This is not that, but see if that is on. We can test that out. But overall, yeah, it's coming along, right? And then now we can decide the focus areas basically. If this is the one, this is the one, and we can focus on. Like the light is putting going here, but why is there? There's file or something else is there. And whenever you post a screenshot, press G key on the keyboard, it will hide all these icons of the game, like everything, and just show the scene. Okay, so make the screenshot while pressing G. Would be awesome. Okay, Ashraf, we have looked at yours. Okay, so awesome. Let's give you a heart. And someone post something in. Okay, there is some Blender dots. Let's look at. Okay, it's made by someone. Okay, good stuff. Oh, there's the welding one. Nice. Camera shake. Nice. There are like some useful ones. Good. And yeah, good. What is let's see. Flickr. Oh yeah. I remember. Kai was sharing grunge maps. I know. Yeah, these are guys go grab it. It's so wonderful. Kai, I worked with them on at Gunzilla. Wonderful artist. Okay. So this is good. So yeah, this is also great. Let me know if someone would was able to make it work. This water simulation be great. Okay, so I think we have covered. Let's see if we have some new ones in here. This is okay. Sal, we didn't see any update. Okay, we say you haven't don't have any update from Kisne also. Isn't it good stuff? Just continue with this thing. I want to see the whole block out of this whole scene and see how it's progressing. And we have poked other people last time also. I don't want to poke anymore. Yeah, so that's it. From my side, there is not uh, much update on the scene. I haven't much. I was focusing on making some plants and trees and learning more plant factory. And I can show one thing. Wait, it is really wonderful. I wanted to show. I will, if I have the file one. There is no file. Where did it go? Wait, let me try opening the file. Just give me a second, guys. If you have any question, you can put in the chat. I'm gonna. There is a really fun thing I have did recently, which is um yes. Okay. So here is the blender. So I don't know, like I was just playing with it. Okay. So if you remember, like in speed tree, we have a really good thing called if I, let me open the speed tree, I will show you. So here, let's make new, and we have, I will take any small ones. Sapling. So in here, like there is a really good feature I like about speed tree is when you have cutout mesh, right? You can basically, so there is, you see this leaves are there. Okay, so these ones, and we can see which one are those. And there is mesh any. So basically, it just take any mesh. So if I edit it, you see there are these green points are there. These are anchor points. So whatever these low poly leaf will be, it will create more leaves on top, basically. So in general, these branches are put on there, and then on top of that, you get some leaves. Then if you want more leaves on other mesh, and if in meshes you can take medium one. See, there are like green dots. So basically, you can put more things on top of it. Like imagine I take this same thing, I duplicate this one, yeah, and put it on top. Yeah, and in here you say all anchors. I think for and you added, and these are twigs. Basically, this does not matter. Like we can show, just to show. And if I add simple trunk, okay, and I add leaf behind, okay, so there's leaf, and we increase more, just quickly show, and let's take, it's nothing in their branch. Okay, so for now, leaf summer. So imagine we take this mesh, okay, and I duplicate this one, and I put it on top. So which mesh it is, here we can pick, because we haven't, okay, we took the leave game summer cutout, this one, and I added mesh, and right now there is no anchor point. So you can simply add anchor point from here, and you say okay, grow from here, also grow from here. And when you add this here, and you see more leaf popped up on top of it. So basically each leaf is popping up more leaves on top of it, which is the really good feature. I really appreciated it. So what I was doing, I was testing it out in Blender. So I had this atlas here. So these are the large branches, these are the medium branches, and then the leaves. Basically, you can go more down to like single leaves also if you want, but these are the simple branches. Okay. So what I did basically, I didn't know how to do it, but I had this idea. What if we put a vertex group in there, and we put vertex? These are some floating vertices, basically floating vertices. For now, it's like flat, these things, and I've placed like anchor point here on the points where I want them to grow. Okay, so if you see this branch, you see. So if I change the position, so those leaves will change. Yeah, so that vertex, like if I select this vertex and move it around, you see those branches move there because they correspond to the vertex position here. And then we have, and the same I have here. I have this. Okay, this was because this branch was not proper, so I have placed this thing here too. But you see that there is this vertex, there is this vertex, there is this vertex. Like maybe if you want one more, yeah, I can simply take this point and duplicate it and just place it here, okay, or here, because already have value, so it will take that into account. And the same thing I did here. I have placed some vertices. Okay, same for all these things. Now what I have done is, it's a really simple setup. Like I was so funny. I'm going to make a separate video of it for my channel. Okay, I was these extra node are basically for the angle and everything. So if I hide everything, okay. Now I said, okay, now this is the vertex group name. What is vertex group is this one. Okay, this is the name of the vertex group. Okay, and take that, distribute these collection, like this collection I can add another branch and it will just distribute it on top of it. Okay, so this branch on top of it, so it took and is for now it is random, like this rotation is random, right? But what I wanted to do to take angle, for now I'm really noob at it to not know how to. I know we need to use vector to calculate basically this point and where the vertex is. So this direction, basically it follow this direction, and then I add randomness to it, whatever it is. And the second is deformation, basically I can add deformation later on, so that's like for the later on thing. So now I have, you know now branch on top of branch, you see it's growing from the exact point. It's not like randomly growing. I control it basically, and then I just duplicate that thing. I say, okay, just take T1 because that is the vertex group on this. But if I change it to P1, let's see if it stay, right? Because right now it's there, but it's creating the mesh on top of it, and I haven't exposed the randomness, so it's not doing it here for now. But you see, it's doing there. So I will T1, so it put there, and then I will say, okay, just the twig, basically on top of the twig you put leaves, and you just put leaves and leaves open, and you want to add another thing, you can go crazy. I'm telling you, it's limitless. It's look at the it's quickly, basically, without speed tree and the same formation. Right now I'm trying to figure out the angle and how it can grow on top of each other, but you got the 3D branch basically now, and now we can simply go crazy. So this I was really happy when I was able to see. It's really easy in there. Like if I just show you quickly, basically, so this is named attribute, right? I say, okay, this is the attribute, assign it to the mesh, store it, okay, then pass the mesh through, okay, then instances on top of whatever I'm doing. I'm basically what I'm doing, I'm separating those vertices, basically that's what I'm doing. So this is the selection coming from this named attribute. So this is the attribute we need to use as the separate selection mesh 2 point. We don't need anything. If I remove it, you see everything will have that. But we want this thing, and we crash the blender like that. So yeah, so it's I know it might be unstable. It's totally fine, but I was really happy that I'm able to achieve something small already. Okay, with this. So the next goal is the same thing, to manage the orientation. So we have this thing, at least one low poly branch basically, and we can put leaves on top of each other. I don't know. So in geometry node itself, you can duplicate the node. You can name it. Maybe I will just take the node, and when we put another node on top of it, it will store, take the children name of the node and stuff like that. But I would say like naming the feature there will be much better. But yeah, I will keep you updated. So it's a like small win I had this week, other than I make trees and plants, right? And yeah, so that is pretty much it. And yeah, Ashraf, I really glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm working on it. Basically, I'm more focusing on foliage. That's why I want to get done with this and make more foliage focused scene, maybe, right? And then doing these things, more focus on foliage because I want to build a portfolio. And while I'm making the plants and everything, I will stream basically. I'm going to increase the number of streams also. So I will be mostly be working. Right? And if you guys want to join, you can join and ask me if you want to ask me anything. And yeah, so that's pretty much it from my side for today. I believe that's good enough for today. Okay. Tomorrow also I'm going, so maybe I will try to do on Wednesday and Friday. And last week, Thursday, Friday, didn't have internet, so I could not stream. And the weekend I usually don't do. Maybe should start doing the Saturday stream on the weekend, but I'll try. I'll try. I'm trying to make the habit. Maybe I will do it in the morning and the noon also. So which we'll see how many are there. For now, I want to see how many people come online, if people join or not, because there are like 400 people in the server, but not many join. And last time people request like, if I can link somehow directly stream from OBS to Discord and to Twitch, I will try to do that. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Let's not overpromise anything. Everything is just ideas. I want to do a lot of stuff, but what we do is actually very small. So it's always good to stay humble. Okay, with amount of things we can do. So yeah, so just keep doing all the good stuff. What you're doing, Ashraf, I really love your seeing how it's coming. Just add more fidelity. Rodrigo, that's awesome stuff you have. Let's add block texturing and see how it look. Just put tileable textures and map it on top of your things. And Hosine, yeah, your scene is good. Let's work on the block out on there. And overall, thank you very much for being here. And if you can share the channel with more people and watch some videos every day, like even the stream, just let it run on the back. I would really appreciate it. And we are doing good. And I'm planning to record some more content. That if you need portfolio review or someone who is in art industry and struggling to figure out a path, you can let me know. We can jump on a call and we can figure out a path for you, and I clear any doubt you have. Okay, so that will be for YouTube channel. You can stay anonymous if you want, but if you would show face, it's totally up to you. But I'm always here for the help, and as always, everything is in one place at TopMed. So come here. Okay, reach out to me on Discord. Come here and send me a DM if you need help. And if someone from India is watching, do the salary survey. It's not, I'm not doing it that much as much I was doing it before, but yeah, let go everything with that pace. I have document to make, finish the scene and work on foliage and work on other project, a lot of stuff. But I'm trying to manage everything just for you guys. So keep supporting, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.